All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, heavyweight commentary proudly brings to you the podcast champions of the world. It's my main man, Mr. Breezy, and I'm your boy, Big K-Dawg, and we are.
The heavyweight commentary. And
Yo, we got a little different setup in the house tonight.
little different. We in
Little-
remote
little-
locations, undisclosed location. You in a dog pound, of course, as always.
Yes, sir.
And your man's in an undisclosed location in parts unknown. But it's all good. We making this thing happen, baby.
Faux show, faux
It's
show.
what we do. We will not be denied.
Correct. We got
Yeah.
a little bit to talk about here.
My guy, there's quite a bit. Quite a bit, man. We rocking. We definitely rocking in the wrestling world. Things are heating up. I'm curious, man. Where do you want to start? I got a couple little notes here from the weekend wrestling, but hey, I'm game for whatever.
So one thing that I'd like to start off hot out the gate. There's been some back and forth between Matt Cardona and Karrion Cross. Have you seen that?
I have not.
It's not what you would think.
Oh, what you talking about the poop in your pants? Look,
Yes.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Apparently, Matt Cardona crapped himself in the ring on the power bomb that LA Knight did into the turnbuckle.
It's not like he's the first guy to ever do that.
No, even Stone Cold said he's done it before. He's like, yeah, dude. He said I was actually he was talking about he was in the ring with Yoko Ono or Yokozuna, and Yokozuna did something, and he's like, I completely. Well, Stone Cold. He didn't say crap his pants.
Yeah.
I completely shit my pants. And he's like, I looked over at Yoko and I was like, time to go home, man.
Hey,
And
probably
so
had one too many Steve Weisers.
yeah, it was something. But yeah, so apparently Matt Cardona had a little incident. And he's kind of, from my understanding, played it off pretty well.
I mean, it is what it is, man. You can kind of expect the unexpected at that point. I'm sure it's not his first time. I'm sure Karrion Cross has done it. You have very movements, if you will, and things happen, man. You get and jar your organs, and there's no telling what he had in the back during catering earlier, whatever. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, I know Karrion Cross has because he said it in his book. He's
Oh,
talked about it. At least I believe he has. A lot of people have. It's not that big of a deal. I just thought it was funny that he put him on blast on Twitter about it.
but I love the camaraderie there because
And we lost Breezy. Let me see if he rejoins. He's having a hard time with his connection. Connection, ejection. Um, uh, let's see here. By guest. I'm going to send him a text with the invite link. This is the problem you have when you're not in the same location. You have technical difficulties, and those things happen. Oh, there he is. Let's
I
see.
got,
There you
got
go.
you. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I was on and then I was off.
Yeah, you were like mid sentence and you just disappeared off the screen.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, yeah. Connection looks right for all intents and purposes. It seems right.
Well, there was a couple times where you could tell you were lagging a little bit, but
Oh, got you.
because now, like I said before, your mouth was moving before your words were, but now you're synced up. So maybe we have a
Got
better
you. Okay.
connection now.
Perfect. Perfect.
Anyways, yeah, the camaraderie is there. I love it when like again, being somebody who spent most of my life playing team sports, I think it's
Yeah.
pretty cool to see, that kind of camaraderie. I was just talking about that earlier today, how if it's kind of like when you're in the military and someone else is in the military, you have that instant kind of connection that you can kind of bond with. Same thing if you've played a lot of team sports or if you've been on a quote unquote team, you can kind of connect with those people regardless of whether or not you have similar interests. The fact that you've been on a team and you know how that goes 100% makes it easier to connect with that person right off the rip.
Yeah, man. There's no doubt about that, So I love that we're getting that kind of banter because for the longest time it was guys in different organizations just didn't communicate, couldn't communicate. It was like,
Yeah.
who like we're supposed to expect that they don't exist. And
Yeah.
I love that now there's a universe where Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, Karrion Cross, Killer Cross, whoever, they can
Nick
all
Nemeth and
somewhere
Dolph
exist.
Ziggler.
Exactly. Yeah, they exist. And
Yeah.
you know that they exist, and we now know what's behind the curtain. So it's
Yeah.
cool. I love it. I love it.
He even took a jab at him. He said something along the lines of, I'm trying to make the Indies a better place, kind of unlike what you did or something like that.
It's funny because we all know, man. I love shout out to Corey Graves, bro, because Corey Graves is absolutely he's merciless. He don't care. He Corey Graves is unhinged. He shouts out all the behind the scenes stuff. I remember back when Corey Graves was talking about Billy Gunn playing with scissors. If you know, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, he constantly any sort of other gimmick elsewhere, anything anybody's doing outside WWE, Corey Graves was shouted out, bro. Call Matt
Yeah.
Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, the indie god, talking about how he was doing death match wrestling, like all that stuff where it was like, oh, that shouldn't exist. He brought it all into canon. And I'm like, man, shout out to Graves, dude. Graves gets mad
Is
respect.
that him or is that the back allowing him to do that?
You know, I'm curious if that's the back, but I believe, and this is my heart. I hope that Graves is just taking a gamble.
Yeah.
I hope that Graves is going off the script. But like you said, I do believe, of course, yeah. He probably wouldn't be risking it. He got Carmella. He got a kid. He's not that dangerous.
Yeah.
And
He got
Mella
more
ain't
than one
wrestling.
kid now.
And Mella, I don't know if Mella is money these days.
Well, I mean, that girl ain't never had an ugly day in her life.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I just don't know if she's making that moolah like she
Oh, yeah.
did.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, they definitely one income family now, unless she's doing like pregnant OnlyFans.
Yeah, you know what? She's doing like some unique stuff, like some like mother empowerment, kind of women empowerment stuff. Because she went through some health issues and is talking about that and helping women go through that journey. But it ain't wrestling money, that's for sure.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Priscilla Kelly
Uh
H
huh.
has kind of started a little bit of a smear campaign against WWE. And it one thing that she said was, the average NXT person only makes $30,000 a year. And it was released that that's not true, that the base NXT contract is 70,000. And I don't know if they said that to just kind of discredit her as
Mm-hmm.
like a shot because she put their business out on blast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that we don't know if that's real or if that's them trying to save face.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody when I forget who it was, but when who's the guy that recently just got fired that was and he was with Sheamus, and then he went to NXT, and then he went to Evolve, and then they fired him.
Oh yeah, Rich Holland.
Yeah. So he started, someone, I think it was his wife, started a GoFundMe or whatever.
Yes.
Because, again, he was hurt, and WWE, he was still under contract with WWE, but he wasn't performing. When you don't perform, you don't get paid. And he was like, I'm still under contract, so I can't work anywhere else. They're not using me. I'm hurt, I'm still kind of hurt. And I can't afford to pay my bills. I have a wife and kids and house and whatever. And I forget who it was. I want to say it was Booker, but I think it was somebody else. Maybe it was Wade Barrett. It was somebody, but they said something along the lines of, imagine having to pay for an apartment, pay for all your bills, pay for your gear, pay for all your travel, because WWE doesn't pay for your travel. You have to pay because you're a quote unquote independent contractor. So you have to get to the job location.
Yes.
So you got to pay for your travel. You got to pay for your lodging while you're there. Unless they go out of the country, then they pay for it.
Yes.
So they have to pay for all this stuff, and then, have to have a life when that money, whatever's money is left over. Now I don't know. Again, we don't know what the base salary is or who makes what. But he's like, and I don't remember exactly who said this. He's like, but how do you have a life on that kind of money?
Yeah, you make a good point. I mean, to your point, I've heard conflicting statements. Now, not from talent, but definitely from WWE. There's been, they're the ones conflicting it, because talent have expressed in the past that NXT didn't pay much of anything, and
Yeah.
your whole goal was to get out of that process, that developmental process, and to get a legit contract.
Right. And we've had people who have gone from the main roster back down to NXT, and we've heard that they quote unquote took a pay cut.
Yeah. So I don't now, and again, I think Gigi was expressing, hey, if you're certain people, your contract's going to be different, right? That's just the game. If you're certain talent at a certain level, of course you're not getting the average.
That's any business organization.
Yeah, but I side with her. I tend to believe her because, number one, I don't think she has any reason to make it up just to be bitter, and number two, other talent have expressed how much they got paid in NXT, and if you do the math on an annual basis, that sounds about right. Now I don't know. Maybe they could say, well, basis is this, but who are you talking about bringing into NXT? Now maybe they can say that. Maybe they've refined some things. Who knows? But again, if you say $70,000, is that cash money or is that a $70,000 package? Right? Like, I got salary. Yeah, pause. That's crazy. Hey, that's an expensive package.
He just keeps going.
Yo, that's crazy. But $70,000 salary.
At least he didn't say pull out the package.
Yo, you can go forever with that. I mean, if you add everything up, maybe it's pay, it's trainers, it's performance center. Maybe they're calculating the value, but that's not money. I don't think that's cash money. I would say no. I think Gigi's right.
I tend to lean to that side. Like, I'm with you. What does that, in the long run, what does that benefit her by? That's how I look at things. Who has something to win and who has something to lose in this situation. Obviously, WWE as a company has something to lose because it looks like they don't take care of their talent.
Mm-hmm.
She, as a talent, can get that stigma that, hey, she runs her mouth when she leaves an organization. There's always that. So I have a hard time believing that, you know, if she's really that bitter, would that be the only thing that she was saying? Because I think that she would go a little more in depth in that
Yeah,
situation if it was a bitter response, I guess.
yeah. But here's the challenge, man. If we're gonna sit there and flag Gigi as bitter and disgruntled and this and that, like people want to do, whether it's IWC or whether it's WWE themselves, you have to say there's not many people who haven't done that, and you brought them back. Like,
Oh yeah.
don't go ahead and pee in her Cheerios.
So I would account bitter to Ronda Rousey
Oh yeah,
because that's what a bitter person does.
absolutely trashed them.
They try to burn down the establishment. They don't just say, "Hey, was my experience.
Hmm.
This is what I saw." They try to burn the establishment down.
Hey, when you mention that, shout out to QT Marshall because when we ran into him, he was like, "I ain't doing the podcast. I still have friends over there. I got relationships. I might want to try to go back to places I've been." So shout out to QT Marshall. He's like, "Dude, I ain't messing my money up."
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, that made me think of him when he said that. I'm like, dude, I ain't mad at you. Some people, they're gonna nuke the bridge. That just is what it is. When you're that, I've been there. You've been there, Big K-Dawg. I've been that done in situations where I nuked the bridge and I was like, look, I ain't never going back. I don't care what you say. I'll never go back. I'll never do it again. You bend over and spread your cheeks on the way out and everything.
Don't you work at that place now?
You know what? I didn't nuke that bridge, but I thought I scorched it pretty good. But that wasn't full scorched earth. I've gone scorched earth, but on rare occasion. But if I go scorched earth, you deserved it, 100%.
Can you hear that stuff?
Mm-mm.
So apparently, I have sound effects control now.
Oh, oh, legit. No, I can't hear it coming through the stream. No.
Oh, maybe it'll play it in playback.
Oh,
Maybe you'll
legit,
hear it
legit,
in playback.
legit.
Um, yeah, I just I thought it was interesting that there was, let's call it a clapback
Mm-hmm.
on the financial situation when it was made to look like WWE wasn't necessarily the place to be.
Well, what's funny about that is you don't ever see WWE do that with
Yeah,
anybody. I mean,
yeah.
you could say whatever you want to say in an interview. You could say, "Hey, look, I don't care what outlandish thing you say. Somebody slapped me in the locker room. I was made to do something crazy, drop my pants in catering. I don't know, something crazy." And they never say anything. But for this, that struck a nerve with somebody, and somebody who's got some stroke.
And they were stroking.
That's what they've been doing.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it was just I thought that was really interesting that, like you said, this is the first time that they've ever really like responded to that kind of stuff outside of, you know outside of in everyday communications, like in social media. It's the first time they've ever really acknowledged anything that someone has said.
No doubt. And I mean, with Gigi, man, I wish her all the best. Priscilla nowadays,
Yeah.
I wish her the best because I can't imagine, and this is one of those things where, you know, culture, where perception comes into play. Like, I don't understand the ideas of her being body shamed, things that she said that she gone through. I can't see the problem. You know, maybe it's because I see things from a different perspective. I don't see anything wrong with the girl. Maybe from a performance standpoint,
Yeah,
they
but
had
you're
a
looking
problem.
from a carnal.
Yeah, I'm just looking just purely. She looks great. What's the problem?
So I think you have to look at when she first came in,
Yeah.
and then a little bit after she was there,
Mm-hmm.
and then the changes that were made over the length of time that she was there. You can't assess those comments
Mm-hmm.
to how she looked when she left,
Mm. Mm.
because that wouldn't be fair. And I'm not
Mm.
saying that in any way, shape, or form. I'm not saying that whatever was said to her was right. I'm just saying that this is a company, you know. um, I'm going to keep the names out of this, but
Sure.
I have insider information where I was talking to an independent wrestler who had a tryout,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that tryout went great wrestling wise. The person told him it was a guy wrestler trying out for, and he was trying out for AEW / Ring of Honor,
Mm-hmm.
and actually and TNA. No, it was TNA he was trying out for. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He was told this is a business where your shirt is off 90% of the time that the people see you. What you look like matters. It does. I mean, think about the talent that is on roster right now. Let's just
Yeah.
think about the talent that's on roster for WWE. You have Piper Nivens.
Okay.
How does Piper Nivens dress even when she's not in the uh, Secret Hervis outfit? How does she dress in her wrestling gear? She's
Definitely
covered up,
covered up. Yeah, yeah.
right? Nia Jax,
Definitely covered.
definitely covered up, right? Kevin Owens,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
wearing a t-shirt, covered up.
Uh-huh.
The bigger people that are in the higher levels are exceptional wrestlers,
Yeah.
or they're bigger than everyone else and they're covered up.
Mm.
Everyone else, think about it. Who else wears a shirt to the ring, in the ring, besides the big people? Everyone else might wear a shirt down to the ring,
Yeah.
but they all take them off. The
You're not lying.
guys,
Yeah.
anyways. The girls might wear some kind of outfit down to the ring, but they take it off. Even Raquel is mostly covered.
Oh,
And
sure.
she's not a big girl at all. That may be her personal choice,
Yeah, yeah.
but everyone else is showing bare midriff, except for I think Becky Lynch doesn't wear. She wears like one pieces now,
Sure.
but like most of your girls, they're all wearing a similar type thing. They're wearing the top that pushes down, and then
Yeah.
the bustier that pushes up,
Yeah.
and then they have an open stomach with some sort of shorts or pants on. That's just the type of gear that they wear.
That's real.
And you're not going to see somebody out there in that gear that looks sloppy.
You're not lying.
It's a visual product. It's
Yeah.
a visual product. No one wants to see. That's why you have all your big guys that are big and sloppy are in the independents, because no one wants to see Big Fat Joe with his belly hanging down to his knees running around the ring where what do we call him? What was that guy we saw at that one independent show, the Luchador? What did we call him? Nacho Double Dbre.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Because dude had man boobs, and when he was running, them jokers were swinging like real boobs, and it was like that guy, unless he fixes that, will never make it to the next level. And it's just, I mean, it's a big part in any sport. I coached college baseball. I had a kid that I coached who was probably one of the best catchers I've ever seen play in real life.
Yeah.
And he was getting looked at by the New York Yankees. And they said, we will probably never draft him because he would not look good in a uniform.
Dang. Wow.
My college roommate, one of my best friends, 5'9", 5'10", shortstop. They told him, why would we draft you when we've got a kid who's 6'2" who could do the same thing that you do?
Yeah, I hear you. It's the world we live in. It really is.
It's just the nature of the game that's being played. Like, it's a product that is put on TV to elicit people to watch. Therefore, they can make advertising dollars.
No doubt.
I mean, whether or not people want to understand that, that's what it is. And people aren't going to watch big people. It's just not. I mean, one or two here and there is going to be okay, but they're not going to want to watch a bunch of people who are out of shape.
Ooh.
It's just the nature of the beast.
Boy, you know, I can't wait till we clip this, Big K-Dawg.
Hey, why do you think I hide everything on camera? Because from here up, I don't look that bad, but I got big old man boobs and a big old belly too. That's why I'm called Big K-Dawg. But, you know, that's just the nature of the beast.
That's the game. You're right.
It ain't nothing against anybody. It's just that's what this business does. I mean, look at some of the other big companies. Look at TNA. How many big people do you see on there?
You know, definitely TNA, I will say. TNA, I feel, has been the most body positive, large wrestling organization.
How many are on the current roster right now? You're struggling to think of somebody, right?
I mean, it's not that. It's just I'm honestly, I'd have to really count because, like I said, TNA. Don't get me wrong, and I think it's honestly though, with respect to TNA, they've got to basically have who they can get and keep
100%.
versus WWE.
Just tell me one person.
Sami Callihan.
He's a big guy.
Sami Callihan is, you know, he's always been thicker.
Does he wear a shirt?
Definitely. Most definitely. Sami Callihan, most definitely. No doubt.
PCO. He wears like a jumpsuit.
Yeah, PCO, most definitely. Eddie Edwards has gained some weight in the years. Shout out to Eddie Edwards, but
how about your boy, Eddie Kingston?
Oh, dude. Come on. When he drops the straps, you're like, that's not a flex. Not a flex.
And then and that's the only one that I can really think of in AEW. Most everyone else there is all in shape. It's just the business that it is. It's a visual business. And again, it's not, I'm not putting, and by no means am I putting anyone down for being big. I mean, your boy's 6'2", rolling about 385. I'm not little. I'm a big, large, and in charge man.
It does say Big K-Dawg over here.
Yeah, right there.
There we go.
I put my belt on with a boomerang. Pow. It just, you know, it is what it is. I'm not trying out for TV though. You know what I mean?
No, you got a good point, man. No, I take nothing away from that.
I think that, you know, it gets lost in the sauce, so to speak, that should be a given. And, you know, I went off on this tangent, but I'm not justifying by any way, shape, or form, or denying any way, shape, or form what Priscilla Kelly said. I'm just saying that I can actually see those things being said to her. And understanding that not everyone takes criticism the same way.
That's good.
You know, I just happened to grow up in a and a criticize first environment. There wasn't a positivity environment. It was, okay, yeah, you did that, but why did you do this over here that was bad?
Yeah.
Like that was fine because you did what you were supposed to do over there. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what you did wrong. That's the environment that I grew up in. So
Yeah.
for me, for if you're gonna tell me something that I did wrong, I'm be like, okay, cool. What do I got to do to fix it?
Facts. Facts.
But not everybody grew up in that kind of environment and has that kind of um, quote unquote thick skin where they can
Sure.
handle people being aggressively corrective. And
Yeah.
we don't know because we weren't there, and no one will ever know except for her. But we don't know. They could have gently said, "Hey, this is what we're seeing, and this is what we expect. You might want to, they could have been gentle for a long time."
Yeah.
And then it became, hey, if you don't fix this, you're out.
Yeah.
We're not paying you to be that. We're paying you to be this, and we need you to be here. If you can't get there, then we need to go a different route.
No doubt.
We don't know. We don't know. What we know is how she perceived what they said.
No doubt. No
And
doubt.
and unfortunately, that's life. You can't control how someone perceives what you say. So again, I'm not saying any of this to justify anything that was said. I'm just saying I can understand why she would feel that way. I'm not saying anything is right, and I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying anything that was said to her was right. I'm just saying that I can understand how she would feel that way.
No doubt. No doubt. It's interesting, man. She came out of NXT, of course. And now in NXT, we've got we had a women's champion who was in incredible shape, top notch. Finally captured that gold in Big K-Dawg. I couldn't wait to talk to you about this. Tatum Paxley, man. Doggone Pax. I'm pretty sure you called it. We talked about it. The culling turns on Pax only to allow JC Jane to take the title. Your thoughts on that, man? Like, wow, bro. I was floored. It hurt. It hurt.
I wasn't. You could see it from day one that Izzy was jealous.
No doubt. No doubt. I agree with Izzy. I just the way it went down with them allowing JC Jane to take it, it was an extra foul.
100%. However, what does the signs on the wall say when they come out? They print words on the walls.
Oh.
And what does he say? Truth may be revealed through pain. Or something of that nature. It's in their walkout music. It's in their graphics. And if you're not paying attention, that's your own fault. And I really enjoyed Pax as a champion. I thought it was great. I liked the way that she was champion because she was 100% Paxley. And
Yes.
she didn't try to be somebody that she wasn't. She was herself.
Yes.
However, that wasn't what the culling wanted her to be.
Yes. I like that the culling got back to being the culling because I was a little concerned with Pax being, so perky and optimistic, and I'll give you a shot and you a shot and you a shot. It was like, okay, where are we going with this culling? Because y'all looking like the Care Bears. And I like that they're like, hey, listen, nah, that's not us.
Yeah,
I'm feeling
exactly. That's my point. Like, it says it in their walkout song. When he's reading the stuff, it says something about truth revealed through pain.
So you think this is a discipline for Pax then?
I think it's them saying that is not who we are. And they've tried to tell her on multiple occasions. Izzy's tried to say, listen, don't do this. This is not how we want to do this. This is not how you should be. Don't do that. and
That's
she
true.
did it. Well, I mean, anyone who's ever been a part of a group knows that there's rules to those groups.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're said or unsaid, there's still rules. And if you don't abide by the rules, I mean, what about the Bang Bang Gang?
Yeah.
I mean, they're notorious for kicking out leaders who didn't follow where they thought they should be going.
Yeah. I think Bullet Club is the most notorious for beating down anybody and everybody who doesn't comply.
I mean, Prince Nevitt, see ya. Kenny Omega, see ya.
AJ Styles, but
See
that's
ya.
their ritual though. It's hey, listen, you think about doing something else? That's cool. You're gonna get beat down on the way out though.
Blood in, blood out, homie.
Yeah, I love that. I love that about them. And the culling is doing that very similar. I like that. I'm curious, where does Pax go from here?
It's a great storyline arc because what has she always experienced? Her friends have betrayed her.
Yeah.
They said it in the last match. They said it in the match during her match against JC Jane. She said everyone that was her friend has betrayed her and turned on her. Lyra Valkyria left. Everyone that she's attached herself to, Wendy Chu, turned on her.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that she's attached herself to, Gigi Dolan, she was friends with Gigi for a while. Gigi left. Everyone has left her. So now she's going to be back in that brokenhearted place of her friends not wanting to be around her and kicking her to the curb. It fits her storyline arc.
I would like to see Pax take on kind of like an Undertaker / Bray Wyatt kind of more dark character where the culling ends up getting called. Like Izzy Dane, classic spot where she's looking in the mirror, maybe getting ready, for her match, and then lights go out and come back on, and Pax is right behind her. And the lights go off and come back on, and Pax is gone. Like Pax starts to do some really dark, like twisted stuff. Like you find dolls laying around. Like what the heck? And Pax is nowhere found. But Pax is haunting all of a sudden.
I like where you're going with that, but I don't think that that's her character arc. That's never been
sure.
That's never been her character arc. Her character arc the whole time is wanting to be accepted. So why, I mean, I guess you could say that this finally broke her and she turned to that.
Yeah.
But I like the character arc that she's on because they've kept this character arc for years.
Sure.
She's been around for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So now she's brokenhearted again. So who does she now attach herself to? Who does she join up with?
Does Pax visit the Hardy compounds and she's broken? Does she go into the lake of reincarnation and find herself again?
I'm bowdy. I mean, the possibilities are endless there.
Yes.
But I would like to see them not use traditional storytelling here and continue the storyline arc that they own and develop this character now that they've created and continue to go down that path of the person who's constantly rejected and has to constantly rebuild themselves. Because technically she wasn't supposed to win.
Yeah.
She got out of the way and Izzy Dame fell over herself.
Yes.
Pax didn't throw nobody over. She got out of the way and Izzy Dame and the other girl fell over. That's how Pax won the option.
Yes.
And then Izzy Dame helped her win the title.
No doubt.
So it wasn't like, it wasn't the traditional story arc of her losing and finally getting this winning streak that got her the opportunity and she comes and wins the title. No, she never was supposed to be there.
Yes.
I like that option. Let's keep playing that and see where we can take that and how we can build that, as opposed to just let's just throw the traditional, oh, she's gonna snap and become
Yeah,
this
yeah.
dark character and now she's gonna do it. No, we've seen that time and time again. Let's do something different. Let's let her live in the space that she's been in, where we see her in the back broken playing with her toys and ripping their hair out of the blonde doll now, because that's what she did to all the other dolls who left her or betrayed her. She ripped their hair out and she didn't play with them no more. So now she's got to find a quote unquote new toy.
Mm.
So
Yeah, man.
who's the new toy?
It'll be very interesting to see what happened with PAX. Shout out to JC Jane. I love JC Jane with the title. I think JC Jane is practically flawless as champion. I really, really like JC Jane and what that title did for her. Like you mentioned the swagger back in the day, like just what she has done and how she's really leveled up. And she's it right now. She's on the money. She's white hot, and she's
She's a
ready.
rock star, like Gunther
Yeah,
says.
and she got a dope team, man. Like when you come from Toxic Attraction, when they came out, that was a problem. When Toxic Attraction, I was like, there was no question. Toxic Attraction was the hottest thing literally going.
Yeah.
And now with JC Jane with is Ren Sinclair and Fallon Henley, that's her teammates, right? For not well, make sure I'm not getting
Not
the names
Ren
wrong.
Sinclair.
Not Ren, okay. Who's the
It's
other girl? Fallon Henley and I'll be doggone. Yeah, no, definitely not Ren Sinclair. 'Cause yeah, she was talking about.
she's the Ren Quarter Catch Crew.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Leslie something, I think. Or
yeah, yeah,
Lindsay.
yeah. The newer girl, the redhead girl. But yeah,
Yeah.
to me, they are definitely living up to that legacy of Toxic Attraction.
I think they've exceeded it.
Wow.
And if you look, Fallon Henley has a chance to win the Speed Championship, I think.
Oh,
Is it the Speed or the Women's North American Championship?
oh.
One of those two. I can't remember. She has a chance to win one, and the other girl has a chance to win one too.
Hey,
So,
shout outs all around.
or
I
or
wouldn't
or
mind seeing
she
them
has a
all go.
chance to win a battle royal to fight for it or whatever.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So yeah, shout out to her, no doubt. While we're on NXT, Big K-Dawg, I know you mentioned offline Gunther defeating the young OG. And the writing seems to be on the wall. Some are saying that Gunther dropped a spoiler, but I don't think it's a spoiler. I think Gunther's trolling at the same time. He's telling everybody what we already know what's going to happen. That he will be the one to face John Cena for his final match. Your thoughts on Gunther versus John Cena?
I'm playing the boo sound effect.
I mean, it's honestly a setup. I know where we're going, but hey, for the people, is good. Well, we can't. I'm not going to ask you that question. I totally understand. Gunther may not be the pick, but it's Gunther in the ballpark. It's Gunther at least top 5.
Okay. I gotta breathe because I really want to like flip my lid right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me explain to you why this is stupid.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. We've had this storyline arc for the last month of giving people who've never had the opportunity an opportunity.
Mm.
There's a John Cena tournament. The last time is now tournament to give someone the opportunity who's never had the opportunity to wrestle John Cena. John Cena's going to essentially drop the IC title to whoever wins this tournament. It's his next match.
Well, he's just Dom Mysterio next.
I doubt he's going to lose to Dom Mysterio, even if he does, even if it's not for the Intercontinental Championship and it's for just to wrestle John Cena last.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Gunther wrestle John Cena.
Really?
No. I want to see, and you know what? Who I'm starting to see everyone say that I've been saying for months now. Everyone's saying Oba should be the last guy to fight him.
We talk about this off and on. Love Obafemi. I think if I'm WWE, if I'm playing devil's advocate and I'm behind the creative desk, I'm wondering if Oba will be a guy that I can bet on moving forward versus Gunther has really demonstrated that he's got the chops.
Exactly. So why do we need to see that?
To that point, and that's good. I mean, you're right about that. To that point, he's already established.
We've been talking about this for weeks now. WWE does not create new superstars. Here is a chance to create a superstar. Here is a chance to put somebody over, air quotes, to give somebody the opportunity to elevate themselves to the next level. And you want to give it to somebody who's already at the next level. For goodness sakes, the guy was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time and immediately went and won the World Heavyweight Championship, lost it and won it back. And now we're going to put him in the top billing again against – no. Let's build somebody else up. Everybody wants to complain. Oh, it's the same match over and over. Oh, it's the same thing. Here's the opportunity to make it not the same thing. Here's the opportunity to give somebody a chance to step up to the next level. Does Obafemi have the chops? Here's the opportunity to find out. How are you going to know he can fly unless you push him out of the nest and give him the chance to fly or hit the ground? Because if he hits the ground, what do? You put him back in NXT where he already is. But if he flies, now you've created something. Now you have a new character that has momentum. Now you've demonstrated that, hey, if you build yourself up here, we can bring you here and you have a chance to succeed. Because right now, everyone that they've brought up from NXT sucks. I mean, the Roxanne Perez and Ilya Dragunov are the exceptions.
No doubt.
Both of those two are killing the game. Ilya Dragunov, I showed you matches in NXT. He was killing it in NXT, and he's just carried that over to the main roster. He's having phenomenal matches. The dude has a pain threshold like I've never seen before. It's Mick Foley-esque. Funk-esque.
Wow.
The dude gets the crap beat out of him and still finds a way to win. That's been his MO since he's been in. I watched what's the guy's name? Josh Briggs. I think it was Josh. No, it wasn't Josh Briggs. It was Dijak. I watched him wrestle Dijak, and Dijak was supposed to hit him in the stomach with a kendo stick, and he blazed him in the wrist. Like a full-on swing that was supposed to hit him in the stomach, and he hit his wrist. And dude's wrist instantly went red and welled up. And he finished the match. He got hit with so much stuff in that match, and he just kept going. I have nothing but mad respect for him. Roxanne Perez done great. You can't really say anything about Stephanie Vaquer because she was dominating before she got to WWE all around the world. It wasn't like she's a homegrown talent.
Facts.
She just went right through the system like food poisoning. She just went right through the system. And I think you're going to see the same thing with Julia here. I think that they're going to push Julia now to the next level where she should. She's a world-class talent that she did good in NXT. She got injured, so they pulled the title off of her. And while she was injured, Stephanie Vaquer just got a push. She got the rocket, quote unquote, rocket ship strapped to her.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
I think they have the opportunity to create a male talent. Because think of everyone else that was in NXT that came up recently. Case in point, Mello. What has Mello done for being the first round draft pick? Being a feud with the Miz? Or should I say the Mid? He's done nothing. And it ain't nothing against him. I mean, I've said from day one, he's not that guy. If you watch his matches, he's out of place a lot. I have the same issues with Lyra Valkyria. She's not in the right places a lot, and it causes other people to look bad. But so is Charlotte Flair.
We've seen that.
That Charlotte Flair thing where she does like the cartwheel or whatever and then does like a clothesline, that is the worst looking thing I've ever seen because the other person who's receiving that has to stop and wait for her to finish it. And it looks terrible. Every time she does it, it looks like absolute trash.
Yeah, when there's moves like that where you have to pause with certain talent have them where it's like you're kind of setting this up and you're phoning it in. And the best make it to where everything they do flows. And I don't know. I agree with you. I don't know why WWE does that with a lot of talent.
But think about the really great superstars, right? Think about the ones that are over the moon. What does John Cena do? The 5 moves of doom. What does Roman Reigns do? The 6 moves of doom. What did Yokozuna do? 5 moves of doom. What does The Undertaker do? 5 or 6 moves. Ain't reinventing the wheel, man. They're doing a few things and doing it really well. They might throw a wrinkle in the game here and there. Hulk Hogan punched. Hulk Hogan did the big boot, and Hulk Hogan did the power slam and the leg drop. He wasn't doing much of anything else. But he's one of the greatest superstars of all time.
You know that.
I just think like they're trying to do too much and they can't do anything really solid, and it shows.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Again,
man.
We said all that just to say like they have an opportunity here to give a kid a chance to fly. And he's one of those guys. He doesn't have a lot of moveset, but he's like 6'8", 280 pounds of pure muscle. He looks really good. He moves really good. The fans love him. He's got charisma through the moon. He's good on the mic, even just because he has an African accent. Great. It makes it even better. I am the ruler. You know?
Oh,
it adds to his character.
Yeah.
It's real. So I just think I don't want to see Gunther. I think that's an easy way out. I think you're putting somebody in there. I don't care to see him against John Cena. It's never been a quote-unquote dream match for me. I never was like, oh, I really want to see John Cena and Gunther fight. No, I've never really said I want to see Gunther and anyone fight.
Wow.
Because his matches are so one-sided the whole time. It's the same thing. You know, he's going to no-sell the stuff that they do, and he's going to chop the crap out of them and slam them and kick them and do that. And he's going to be the aggressor 90% of the time. And whoever else is in the match is going to just get their butt kicked. Yeah, the whole time. And then if he's going to lose, at the end, he's going to lose by a quick comeback, and it's going to be over. You know, it's just I don't want to see that. I don't need to see that on the last match.
Yeah.
I need to see. I would rather see Javon Evans fight John Cena than I would Gunther. I would rather see Josh Briggs fight John Cena than I would Gunther. I would rather see Tozawa fight John Cena than I would Gunther. Give somebody a
You know what would
chance.
have been interesting? What would have been very interesting is if the final four faced Cena in a gauntlet match, and then say you had one final contestant who was a mystery, something like that, where John Cena gets to really face off. Like I think of Sami Zayn for his United States Championship. What do you call it? Open challenge, the
Yeah,
original open challenge. When he
yeah,
first faced Sami Zayn, that was fire. I want to
yeah.
see something like that. And I think if they did a gauntlet match, you could have Javon Evans, you could have a Sami Zayn, an Ilya Dragunov. You could have these guys go back to back, and they just about wear Cena out, but he gets off that AA. And that AA, that one AA is all he needs. He's not as good as he once was, but he's as good once as he ever was. And he hits
Yep.
that AA, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then, I've said this, on our short form content, I like the idea of, okay, final contestant to face John Cena. And then what happens? Brock Lesnar takes him out.
I'm okay with
What if
that. I just don't want to see Gunther.
What if Gunther makes his way down to the ring and we've been swerved this whole time, only for Brock Lesnar to take out Gunther and face John Cena for that last match and retire John
I
Cena?
love it. Any way that you can get Gunther out of that last match, I'm gonna be loving it.
Because they're pushing it so hard, I'm hoping for a swerve.
Pause.
Yeah, yo. Hey, that's cool. Wow. We're gonna have to edit that part. I'm gonna have to move out of the country on that one. That's crazy. Dang. We're gonna have to put like a blur cap something. I'm not safe now. That's wild. I'm hoping that they change plans on this. Because the cat's out of the bag, and maybe, just maybe, they said, okay, we'll go with that, right? And then they're like, let's see what the reaction is to it. And then they're gonna swerve us and be like, when really that was the plan, the reaction was just very poor.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to end. This is the
Yeah.
episode 4 of the heavyweight show on Spotify. Thank you for all our Spotify listeners. We love you. Please comment, like, share. Go over to YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications. And we will see you next week. Hit them with it, Breezy.
You already know. Love, peace, and chicken grease.